There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die. It will fight back.
Hey guys, and welcome back to War Thunder. In today's video, I'm going to be posing the question, what is the best low-tier premium plane that you can buy in the game? Now put yourself in this scenario. You just started playing War Thunder, you've learned the basic controls, you might have even gone into a few matches, and you have some money on the side, so you decide to spend it onto buying some premium planes. Now you figure you don't want to buy some high tier premium planes because mixing them in with your low tier planes isn't going to work out too well for you. So you figure that you want to buy some low tier premium planes. Now which one is going to be the best one for you to get? In my opinion, it has to be the Rasmussen's P-36A Hawk. And I know there are plenty of different low tier planes that you can buy, but this one is a bit special, and this is why. It's a plane that comes out at rank 1 with a battle rating of 1.3. That is a very low battle rating. Put it like this, there are other Hawks in the game, in fact there's a whole line here, and they start from a battle rating of 1.7. The Rasmussen's is exactly the same as the lowest P-36A Hawk, the normal one, the one that I'm showing you right here, except the difference between the two is, well, firstly the rewards for having a premium plane with the Rasmussen's, but also the battle rating. The normal P-36A Hawk has a battle rating of 1.7, whereas the Rasmussen's has a battle rating of 1.3. That means that you'll be coming out into matches with lower tier planes more often, and you won't be seeing 2.7s. That's a big difference. Now, a highlighting feature, or features about the Hawks is that, well, they're actually kind of like an underdog plane. I don't think people really appreciate them too much, but there's a lot to appreciate them with. For example, they have a very good maximum speed, 527 kilometers per hour, a battle rating 1.3 is absolutely awesome. They have a very good rate of climb, 16.3 at 1.3 is awesome. A very good turn time, it says 16.3 and that is relatively low. However, I feel like it's almost even better than that. When you get into using this plane in an actual match, it can keep up with Japanese planes, which are the best turn fighters in the game, almost all of them. And it can also at times keep up with biplanes in a turn fight. It's just that good. Another feature that I noticed with this plane is that it can sustain an almost godlike amount of damage, an almost unnatural amount. Most planes, you fire at them, you break off their wings with relative ease. This thing has structural integrity. It has a lot of strength to it. As in, put it like this, I've had occasions where I've rammed people, and not only like a single one-off, but multiple occasions where I've rammed people and I've just come out with like a black wing or something like that. This thing can take a lot of damage, a lot of bullet fire, and it can still keep on flying. Another amazing feature is the fact that it has a 12.7mm machine gun on it. That puts it on the same level as the Buffaloes that also have a 12.7. And a 12.7 at low tier is absolutely awesome. I know it's not like a 20mm cannon at 2.0 with a lot of the Russian planes, but a 12.7 at 1.3 is a really nice feature to have. Now, what I'm going to be doing for you guys is, as you might have noticed, there's a webcam in the corner so you can see me, and just above my head is a virtual keyboard so you can see all the keys that I'm pressing so you can see what I'm doing as I'm actually flying the plane. Now, I'm going to be going with stealth ammo because it has the most damaging rounds on this plane. It has armor piercing mixed in with incendiary bullets. If you go for the other belts, they have like ball in there, and that really just doesn't do as much damage as the stealth ammo. Otherwise, guys, let's get going. Alright, we're on a match on Foggy Albion, and this is exactly a good example of why the Rasmussen's is so awesome. Foggy Albion is a map that only appears in low tier matches, so because the Rasmussen's has such a low battle rating, that means you can get to go on this match, on this map. So take a look at all the planes that I'm coming against. Pea shooters. I mean, come on, like what's the highest tier here? HE-112? 1.3, that's about it, man. This plane is absolutely awesome. For something that you can buy on a Steam starter pack, it's around like 19 pounds. You get a few different planes within that pack. It's a very good plane and very nice plane to have. Alright dudes, so I'm going to start commentating exactly what's going through my mind. So I spawned in over here. The first thing that I'm doing is going to be climbing up into the sky, because having an altitude advantage is always a very nice thing to have. I see a number of planes down below me, and now in higher tier matches I'd be more keen to maybe like, I don't know, head on people who are higher altitude, but in fact what I'm going to do, because it's a low tier match, is I'm going to kill all the ground lickers, and since this is also Foggy Albion, a lot of these people are going to go for my ground units. So I'm going to throw down my landing flaps, which I actually have attached to a macro. You'll notice this when I'm pressing the keyboard, that the bracket keys are being pressed really rapidly. That's not because I've got like my toe or whatever on that key, not quite. It's more like because I've got a macro set up on my mouse where I press one of the mouse buttons and it presses the bracket key a few times at once, and so that allows me to bring up my landing flaps and also to retract them as well. Now, the plane I'm going for here is not an ideal one, but it's just presented itself, so why not? It lost tail control, I'll go with it. Wow, I killed him really quick. Maybe that's the power of the Rasmussens, I don't know, but the reason why he's not ideal is because he's such a big plane. It tends to be that higher or bigger planes are just harder to kill. It's just the natural sort of thing about being a bigger plane, isn't it? But I finished him off very damn quick. I guess it's another nice feature about low tier matches, isn't it? Just how fast everybody dies. I'm gonna go for this dude here because he's just going off the side, not even coming for me. I don't know. Highlighting feature about low tier matches is the fact that a lot of people just are not aware of what's going on. I'm actually going to turn fight with this Japanese plane, and look how fast I can turn. I can actually turn better than a Japanese plane. That's kind of ridiculous, don't you think? That's how awesome the P-36 is. This guy won't get behind me. I can also sustain godly amounts of damage, so I really won't get crit or anything here for a while. Okay, but I am going to back off a little bit because last thing I need is like 3 little biplanes coming on me. I can take on one guy at a time on me, but, you know, 3, it's asking for a little bit too much. I say godlike, but it's not actually like god mode. I'm going to go for this Kai 10 over here, just turning around. And my shots weren't perfectly aligned on him, but whatever. So I'm going to slow down, throttle control, do a barrel roll, maintaining my sight on him the entire time. And I'm going to unleash my bullets into his rear end. And in fact, I'm actually going to kill my own ground unit because my aim is just that bad. Come on, man. His tail damage, he got some tail damage. And come on, let's finish him off. Taking way too long here. There we go. That's what you're ideally looking for. If you can try to finish off a plane within about 5 to 10 seconds, then you know you're doing good. If you're on a plane for too long, then you're wasting time. As in, you could have gotten other kills and other stuff like that. Now, there's a lag over here. It's going to be quite important for me to actually kill this lag because lags have 20mm cannons on them, and those can absolutely tear apart your teammates. So I'm going to try to focus him down. This is possibly a bad decision, but also a good one. It's good because it saves my team a lot of potential death, but usually lags can be they're a bit harder to take on than biplanes, obviously, because they have more structural integrity to them. So I might be spending over 10 seconds to shoot him down. But anyway, I guess the beauty about the Rasmussens and also low tier matches, not a lot of people have vitality in their crews. Finished off that lag very, very quickly. And I see another lag. Actually, he's just dead, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to go for this P-36, who's actually kind of unaware of my presence, but I don't blame him because this is Foggy Albion, a very crazy map. So there's a lot happening at any one time. Amazing thing though is if somebody tries to get on my tail, I've got speed to get away, especially if they're like a biplane. They definitely don't have speed. This is kind of hard to adjust on him right now. As much as I say that this is a good turn fighter, a biplane in the majority of instances will still be a better turn fighter or whatever than a P-36 will be. And that's just simply put because, well, it's a biplane for one, and also it's slower. But yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so I've got an Eshak on me. That's not a friendly target at all. Eshak is very, very deadly because it has a lot of machine guns on it. Doesn't have cannons, which is nice, not like a higher tier one. But still very dangerous, so I need to take him on and get rid of him. I think he's got his eyes on me. Never mind. I think he's just trying to go for anyone. Ooh, a little bit awkward. Can't adjust. He's not going to crash, is he? No. And let me try to get behind him here. He's trying to do some evasive maneuvers, but I can still maintain my distance behind him. I'm letting go into him. Come on. I know there's somebody behind me, but I can sustain massive amounts of damage. Alright, tail control. He's dead. Now I'm going to fall back a little bit because I've obviously strayed a little bit too far into enemy territory here. I'm going to wiggle my mouse a little bit just to throw off the enemy. from getting good shots off on me. And I look behind me and I see that there's a lot of enemies. So now that I've got some distance, I have quite a number of people behind me. I'm going to do some evasive maneuvers here to try and throw them off a little bit. I'm going to go for this Kai 10 and go off in a straight line rather than engaging in a turn fight with the other guys behind me. This guy is still going off on the side, critical. I'm not going to pursue him because I still clearly have more guys on me. Now the Kai 10's behind me, I-15's behind me. I'm just going to go off in a straight line. I'll outspeed them, no problem. Look at the I-15. Kai 10 crash into the ground. See? Yeah, I'm going to outspeed him. If I can't outturn him, I can definitely outspeed him. And he's going to have to give up, because look at this. Yeah, he's not going to catch up to me. Nope, he's not going to catch up to me. And he's still going to attempt to shoot me down. I have no idea what he's doing. He's special. In fact, what I'm going to do is even turn around. I was hoping that we would head on. I guess not. Where are you going, fool? Match is almost over. Ground units are almost dead. I'm going to keep on shooting at him. That lag should have got him, dude. That lag should have got him. Lags are powerful. Okay, never mind. And there we go, guys. 7 kills, 0 deaths, 2 kill assists with the Rasmussens. Top of the team. Very easy. I'm going to go into another match with you guys. Okay, this time I'm on a matchup on Stalingrad. This is the team, so let's take a look. Lots of P-shooters. P-shooters. BF-110. That's a little bit deadly. That's about it, actually. BF-110. MC-200. Don't have to be that afraid. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a good match. Lots of biplanes to take on. So, I imagine that we're going to get a lot of kills. Okay, so like I do in every single match, going to start climbing straight away. The first people to die are always the ones that go down the ground as low as possible. Somebody's recognized me. What the shit? Okay, fair enough. And I'm going to start diving down on some easy targets. If I want to get a lot of kills, what I do is I just go for the people that are very, very vulnerable and a little bit easier to kill, like the I-15 down here. And then I could just, once I kill him, I could go for some other guys that are immediately in front of him. You know, that sort of idea. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of speed because that was very, very high. I need to do a little bit of a barrel roll here and just break off some of that speed. Bleed it a little bit. Still behind this guy. Damaging, damaging, damaging. Kill assist because it's a lag. Alright. That's not too bad because the lag has a 20mm cannon, remember? And the way that matchmaking works is that you can see plus or minus 1.0 battle rating. So I think the lag is 2.0 when it has its 20mm cannon. That means I can actually come up against them and also with teammates that are actually lags with 20mm cannons. He gets it quicker than I do. Put it like that. Gets the kills quicker. But I can still do a lot with this gun. Okay, damaging, damaging, nothing critical. I think he's actually going to try going for me. Nope, I think he's going to be backing off into his territory. So I'm just going to swoop down on top of him, making sure that I've bled some of my speed, because if I kept on powering on with my WEP there, then I would have just, I wouldn't have turned that well. What you want to do at the top of, like, if you climb vertically and you want to try to turn as best as possible, just shut off your engine and then drop, and it just makes you turn a little bit better. Throttle control is very, very important here. Okay, so I shot down a few guys. I-15 all by himself over here. Rather than running away, what I would have done if I was I-15, I would have ran away in a straight line. And I would have wobbled my mouse as if I was having a seizure. And that would have probably stopped me from getting shot down, so that I could get back to my enemy lines, or my allied lines rather, if I was the I-15, so I could get into safety. Now it's taken me a little bit of a long time to shoot him down, but that's because he's being very, very evasive. This thing turns very well. I don't know how to describe it. It turns very well directly on a horizontal axis, but at some moments it's kind of a little bit hard to adjust your shots onto the enemy. So I think he's still coming for me. I've wasted a lot of time here, and ideally, you know, you gotta try to finish off people quicker, but it's not necessarily my fault. This guy is playing very evasive. I don't think he's a noob. Put it like that. I don't think he's a noob. He's probably playing some, probably has higher tier planes, and he's just playing a low tier match. So I'm actually gonna give up on him, because if I keep on going for that, like, I don't know how long I'm gonna go into a turn fight with that guy. So all I do, he can't get me. I can just run away. It's easy as that. Now I can focus on actually killing stuff and not wasting my time. Alright, so HE-51 over here. So I-15 coming back in. I can maybe go in for some shots for him. Teach him a lesson now. Now that he's not spinning out of control in the air all the time. Yeah, see, I don't think he's a noob because he knows how to use aerobatic smoke. Oh well, I finished him off at last. So sometimes that's what you gotta do. Pull back a little bit, reassess the situation, or well, rather than that, let the situation unfold, develop a little bit more, and then you can reassess what's happening, and then go back in. Finish off that guy that you were trying to dogfight. Alright, Mark Collins over here. Easy pickings. A lot of biplanes. It's just a turkey shoot, that's pretty much. And what's the nice thing about this plane is that I can actually go destroy ground units if I wanted to. I've actually got the capability of doing that if I chose to do it. But I'm not going to because I get a lot more points by shooting down enemy planes. And also, it's just a lot more safer. If I go into the enemy territory, then I get the risk of being shot down. I'm just actually going to run away from this I-15. You know what? Screw it. Go away. Go away. If anything, I could probably go into vertical corkscrew and actually forestall him. But, kind of a little bit lazy of doing that. Requires too much effort. So, he's doing that. My teammates are going for him. I'm going to turn back in. And I'm going to start engaging him whilst he's busy with one of my teammates. See, there's a lot of people who clearly aren't noobs. Like myself, actually. A little bit of a hypocrite saying that. Like myself, I'm not a noob. He's not a noob. He's definitely keenly aware, so I wouldn't doubt it if he has higher tier planes and he's just playing a low tier match for whatever reason. Anyway, he's on fire. That's a good start. A plane on fire is not good. Currently in this patch in War Thunder, fires are pretty damn devastating. Previous patches, sometimes they can be hit or miss. This one, yeah, they're pretty darn devastating. So managed to finish him off. Again, spent quite a lot of time actually taking him out. So, like I said ideally before in the previous match, aim for about 5 to 10 seconds to kill an enemy. If it takes longer than that, then try to do something where you can just make the situation evolve or develop into something else rather than continuing a turn fight or whatever. That's the ideal thing to do. So this guy's going up in a straight line. I have literally no idea what he's doing or what's going through his mind. But that sets up the shot very, very nicely because he's nice and slow and just sitting there in the air makes him a very easy target. Killed him off quickly. I got some altitude here from doing that climb. Now I can drop down on top of somebody. I don't know who it's going to be. I've got choices here. I'm going to go for the easier kill, which is the biplane. There's P-36 as well, but like me, he's a hawk, and P-36s are just a little bit harder to shoot down. So, let's go on this MC-202, 200 rather. That's not the 202 variant. And I've got a teammate right behind me. I gotta be really careful not to ram him. Or him ramming me. Gotta be careful, dude. Gotta be careful. Who's the YouTuber? Yeah, dude. I wonder who it is. Ain't me, that's for sure. Pea shooter. Didn't get a few last shots into him. If I did, could have shot him. Gotten the last few shots into him and then maybe gotten the kill. Kill steal, kill secure, whatever. Got the buffalo, and there we go. 8 kills to finish that match off. And 2 kill assists again. And apparently using an American plane, I got the Indian Air Force roundel. Whatever, I'll take it. Okay guys, well there you go. That is the Rasmussens over here. A very nice plane. You can buy it on the Steam starter pack with a few other planes. I think it's like the XP-38 and A6M5 Co or something like that. I don't know, something like that. It's around 19 pounds. Convert that into whatever your currency is locally. And there you go. Very nice plane to have. In my opinion, the best low tier premium plane in the game that you can buy. Mind you, I don't say that's the best one overall, but the one that you can buy. Okay guys, until the next video, this is Krebs, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now we blasting off into the ozone. The way we kick it in the dojo is local for show though.